Hello everyone and welcome back. It's been about 2 years since I made a YouTube video on this Jeep. A lot has changed since then, not only to the Jeep, but it's also, as you'll notice, in a new garage, which is my own, which I'm very proud of. I just finished this over the weekend, and so I've officially moved out. I've graduated college, which I was building this in my senior year of college, so it's been a while. You can see it's on 4 wheels. I have a custom bumper made that I made from a piece of tube stock and some, I believe this was 14 gauge plate. This has gotten plenty of use, and then I also used some dimple dies to make some nice holes in there, just as a cover plate. You can see under here, it has gotten plenty of use. It's not all shiny and black like it was in the videos 2 years ago when I was finishing putting it back together, but it's all worked out. It's been a great time. Everything that I had to go through to get it done is definitely worth it, and it's taught me a lot. So you'll see the skid plate that I built. I built that out of some 16 gauge as well, and welded that all up. So that mounts to the unibody, along with this tow bar, which I actually took the old tow bar and modified it and put a D-ring in it right here. So it doesn't have a hitch on it, but I can link up and tow or be towed out, which both have happened quite a bit since I finished this. I'll show you the inside, because beforehand you could see through here. So now there's just lots of mud, but all solid floors. I do have some drain holes right here that are all plugged up. But in there I can take those out and drain the water out, which is nice. A full interior, very muddy, but like I said, it's gotten plenty of use, which that's what these things are for. They're not to sit around and look pretty. They're to have fun with. So if you look again in here, this is all that seam. Lots of mud stored in there, but it's not perfect. Nothing perfect by any means, but it's solid, and it taught me a lot about welding. So I'll take you around the other side. Maybe I'll show you the trunk, which is all full of stuff right now. But all around here, this was one of the first patches I did, and there's actually a missing bolt there, but we won't, maybe I'll edit that out. And the seal goes all the way around, all solid underneath. The seal, however, has seen better days, but maybe that's a problem for later. All in here is brand new. I just didn't paint the inside of it, but you can see all the weld marks going through. And around to the other side, same thing. I've got a big scratch here from hitting a tree of some sort, or brush, or I don't know what it was, but all very solid. And I've also dented this from lack of bump stops. So kids, get bump stops. You get less articulation, but you also don't bend up your bodywork, so they are a good trade-off. So coming around here, I never did get around to fixing the door handle because I did get it to bolt on. So it's on there, but it's counting its days. The rear seat, I was pretty proud of this, having to do the underneath section. I popped this up. I've got some storage under here, and you'll see all of the weld marks and some old socks. So those are all the plug welds. And again, they're not perfect welds. This was my first welding project, so they're not going to be super pretty, but they've all held. And I'm pretty proud of the fact that it all went back together, and this latch works perfectly. Check that out. Rear floor pans, again, covered in mud. That was a bit that I had to patch in, that I cut too much off of the transmission tunnel, so I had to add that in. So there's the driver's side. And yeah, so that's about it. I won't bore you with all the details, but I'll put in some links to my Instagram page, which has more documented on it. It was easier to take pictures and upload them than it was to make full YouTube videos, so that's kind of why I got away from YouTube videos in college. But I'm hoping to make more videos now, more probably actually off-roading than working on it. But I do have to pull the engine here soon, because the engine has developed some rod knock, and that's from when I sunk it the first time on its outing. Its first time out, I should say. We took it to Vinton County, Ohio, and there was a mud puddle a little bit too deep, and it got hydrolocked, and thankfully I pulled the spark plugs out, just bumped the starter over and sprayed all the water out, and it fired right up and has ran for the last 2 years. But it's showing its damage from that trip now, and I'm going to be getting a old engine and a used engine that's running, swap it in, and then while it's out, I hope to build a stroker engine. So all that to come, and maybe you'll see an engine rebuild series. But anyways, thank you very much for watching, and take care.